It hasn't rained for weeks. Even though it's been nice to feel the sun every day, the garden is desperately seeking every bit of water that it can possibly get. I've been watering the new plants, taking care of them and watching them as they grow. My food forest garden is growing wild, so every morning as I walk through, it feels like I'm escaping into a fantastical paradise. This year, I decided to try some different things in the garden. At the beginning of the season, I added a couple of raised beds where I planted potatoes and a variety of greens, herbs, and flowers. I also raised my ground beds by adding more compost and amended the soil with blood meal, kelp, and azomite. In the past, I started seeds early in the greenhouse and transplanted them once the season started to change and got a little warmer. But this year, I decided to direct sow most of my plants and diversify my beds even more than I ever have before. Last year, I began to notice that the plants I direct sowed in beds with a lot more variety were healthier and had less pest problems. So this year, as my new plants are beginning to emerge and grow, I haven't had to use any form of pest control. I've been feeding them by adding the goats' manure and their spent bedding, which has also been serving as a mulch and keeping the soil protected. Many of the native plants have been serving as ground cover as well, so I've been letting them be and only weeding them out when they begin to encroach on my plants. Letting my garden grow wild has given me a new appreciation for every plant, including the ones that many call weeds. They all serve a purpose, are conscious and alive, just like you and I or the insects that explore them.
One high holiday, the very first day of the year. The little Matty Groves to the church did go, some holy words to hear. He spied some ladies all dressed in black as they came into view, but Arling's wife was gaily clad, the flower of the pew. Well, she tripped it up to the little Matty Groves, her eyes so low cast down. Oh pray, come with me, stay as you pass through the town. I can't not go, I must not go, I fear 'twould cost my life. For I see by that little ring that you wear, you are Lord Arling's wife. This may be false, this may be true, I can't deny it all. But Arling's gone to consecrate King Henry of Whitehall. Oh pray, come with me, stay, I'll hide thee out of sight, and I'll serve you there beyond compare, and I'll sleep with you the night. Well, her pretty page did listen well to all that they did say, and ere the sun did rise again, he quickly sped away. Oh, he did run the king's highway, he swam across the tide, he ne'er did stop until he'd come to the great Lord Arling's side. What news, me bodie boy, what news bring you to me? My castle's burned, my tenants wrong, my lady with baby. Oh, no harm has come your house and lands, the little page did say, but Matty Groves is bedded up with your fair lady gay. If this be false, Lord Arling cried, as I take it to be, I'll raise a scaffold tower high, and hanged you shall be. Oh, Lord Arling, if what I have said is false, if it's false as it can be, You needn't raise a scaffold up, but hang me to a tree. Now Lord Arling called his merry men, he bade them with him go, and he bound them ne'er a word to say, and ne'er a horn to blow. But among Lord Arling's merry men were those who wished no ill. The bravest one, he blew a blast so loud, so shrill. What's this, cried the little Matty Groves. A horn so loud, so clear, it's only Arling's merry men, the ones that I do fear.
As we move into the summer season, I'm getting out into the garden early in the morning. Summer represents fire, when nature is at its peak of growth. And although some fire can be good for the body and mind, igniting our hearts and souls so that we can bring more growth and abundance into our lives, it's important to find balance. If we have too much fire, we become easily agitated, exhausted, burned out, and we don't sleep well. But if it's balanced, we can feel more deeply, have compassion for others, and feel more satisfied with our lives. As the summer heat builds, I'm slowing down, taking more time for myself, and leaning into the things that deeply nourish me. The garden is definitely one of those things. Every time I step into the garden, I feel peace. I feel like it's a place I can truly let go, not think about what's happening in the world, what I have to do later that day, who I have to be, or what's expected of me. All of that disappears. I can show up unapologetically as me. The simple parts of myself, stripped of the expectations that are placed upon me every day, the responsibilities and the various roles I play, whether that's being a mom, a wife, or a business owner. I can just be me. In a world that doesn't always let you be so vulnerable or isn't always accepting of certain parts of yourself or others, there's nothing like it. Mother Earth has a way at making you feel at home, welcomed regardless of who you are, what you do, what you say, what you believe. She doesn't care. She just loves it when you show up, when you just sit with her, even if it's just for a little while. And when you do, you can feel her love pour through you, and the heaviness is lifted.